y'all, it's Nadia, and yes, I'm back on this good Thursday. Today, today we're not talking about what happened. We're talking about what attached itself to me after, and that is shame. Because sometimes trauma is one layer, and shame becomes the second. And if you don't separate the two, well, then you can carry both like they belong to you. Take it from me. I know. After those experiences, I didn't tell, not because I didn't feel something, but because silence was familiar. What goes on in this house stays in this house. Don't tell my motherfucking business. Don't cry because it's a sign of weakness. Don't ask. Just handle it. Exactly what I did. I just handled it. Or at least I tried to. I kept moving. I kept functioning. I kept showing up. And I kept it inside. Because when you don't feel safe expressing something, you store it on top of something else, and on top of something else. But here's something people don't say enough. Even when something is done to you, shame can still settle in your body. You start questioning yourself like, did I misread that? Did I allow that? Hmm. Did I respond wrong? Did I say enough? Even when logically you know better, emotionally, shame can convince you that something about you changed. You didn't walk around calling it trauma though. No. You walked around feeling embarrassed, quietly different. And that's what shame does. It doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just shifts how you see yourself. One of the most exhausting parts was pretending I was fine. And I thought I was convincing. Going to school, going to work, being around people, laughing, joking, talking, functioning, while internally carrying something heavy. No one knew, so I thought. And I wasn't offering. Because when shame attaches to silence, you convince yourself that talking about it only makes it worse. So you normalize it, you minimize it, you act unaffected. At least you try to, in my defense. But your nervous system remembers. Here's what I understand now. Shame doesn't always sit there. It reshapes you. It changes how you measure your value. It changes what you tolerate. It changes what kind of attention feels validating. When you've experienced violation and never processed it, you can start believing that your worth is tied to being wanted, not protected, not cherished, just wanted. And that's dangerous as fuck. Because attention can feel like redemption, like proof that you're still desirable, still valuable, still chosen, even if the attention isn't healthy. Lived it, possibly living it now. After trauma that goes unprocessed, the validation wound doesn't disappear, it intensifies. You might seek attention more, not because you're reckless, but because you're trying to overwrite shame, trying to prove to yourself, I still matter. I'm still desirable. I'm still worthy. But if you're seeking validation from the same spaces that don't offer protection, you repeat cycles. Not because you're broken, but because shame distorted how you saw yourself. The most dangerous thing about shame is that it grows quietly. It grows when you don't speak. It grows when you internalize. It grows when you blame yourself. It grows when you pretend you're fine. And the longer it grows, the more it shapes your decisions or lack thereof. Your boundaries, your tolerance, your relationships, until one day you realize you've been making choices from a wound you never acknowledged. Therapy helped me separate two things: what happened to me and the shame I picked up after. They are not the same. One was an experience, the other was something I absorbed because I didn't have language, support, or safety to process it. And once I realized that shame was never mine to carry, I started releasing it slowly, intentionally. Shame grows in silence, and silence kept me pretending I was fine, but I wasn't fine. I was functioning. And there's a difference. Tomorrow, we connect it all. How seeking validation after shame led into dangerous patterns. Stay with me. It gets better and better.